Okay, so good morning. Your friend Rakesh from Toronto, Canada. So today, Monday. Wow, motivated Monday. Okay, so as I said, so topic for today is going to be middle age crisis or pressure cooker age. So let's just dive in. What this middle age crisis, and probably I will able to give some kind of options which is going to ease out this crisis, and let's dive right into it. So middle age crisis. Why I picked up this topic? Now I'm in my middle age. I'm in my in my 40s, rather in 45s. So what had happened maybe around 10 years, 12 years back, I was living in Canada. And I was meeting all these families who are in their 40s and their 50s, and the kind of the talk and discussion they used to make during those gatherings. To tell you the truth, it's not very encouraging. At times, it's quite frustrating. So what had happened, I used to just observe very closely that what is happening. And I was in my 30s, early 30s. So suddenly I started thinking, can I do something to avoid this crisis they are into it? And I started observing that first of all, why this middle age crisis takes place? Why this pressure cooker age crisis takes place? What is the reason behind it? And I started just following very closely that can I do something? And what this middle age crisis is, what this the pressure cooker age is. So ladies and gentlemen, what happened when you pass 40? Chances are there that if you got married timely in your maybe 25 or in late 20s, and now suddenly you have growing kids, and you start thinking about their university education. Not only that, you are in your 40s, suddenly your health, maybe your hair start falling, and you're this bulging tummy, and you are getting like a little heavy and fat because now your track is totally to make money, and you lose your personal care. Not only that, now you are in your 40s and suddenly you realize, hey, I'm in my 40s, I want to have my dream car, I want to have my dream house, I want to have my dream vacation, and all these different, and suddenly you're thinking, hey, but same time you don't have same energy anymore because you are hardly able to keep up with this world. You are not able to to do proper care about yourself. You are not able to play any sports. You are not able to go to gym. You are not able to take other good health thing in like exercise, like good food and nutrition. So suddenly now this pressure is popping up, and in most of the cases what had happened, the only one source of income from your probably job, and you have hundreds of other expenses, and you have to see this social status. Then you start comparing with somebody else's house, somebody else's car, somebody else's kids are. So all suddenly this is start popping up, and you suddenly go into the zone that totally in chaotic, totally in crisis, how to cope up with this life. So ladies and gentlemen, I try to kind of give little sense what this middle age crisis is and how it happens. And I was no different. But the only good part I did when I was in my 30s, as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, and that I started observing very closely my friends here in Canada and around. I used to go there, and they were there in 40s, and the kind of the talk they make, I said, hey, can I do something to avoid when I'm in my 40s? And that's how I've explained everything in that talk which I gave in Ottawa last year, and I'm giving the link of my website, Rakesh Mishra, rakeshmishraonfire.com. If you go to this website, rakeshmishraonfire.com, if you go to this website, in the right hand side you will see a blue button which says click for full speech. In that speech I have explained everything, that how I retired to manage this middle age crisis. So I think this video I will request to forward to the people who are in their 30s, maybe early 30s, or in their mid 30s, because those are the people, are the best people to plan out, to avoid not to enter into this middle age crisis, ladies and gentlemen. So to avoid the middle age crisis, the best part is 30 to 40. So between 30 to 40, at the age of 30, you start planning that how you are going to live your next 10 years. So plan out this 30 to 40, that how you are going to live yourself in your 40s. So you have 10 years between. See, you can apply this formula at any age, but I will love people who are in their 30s, 30 to 40. For them, it's very easy to handle, though anybody can apply. So now, before planning anything, what you need, everybody says that you should know that what you need. Yes. So first find out what exactly you need from your life. Like me, when I was in my mid 30s, as I have explained everything in this video, again I will say, if you go to rakeshmishraonfire.com, in the right hand side you will see this blue button, and where it says click for full speech, just 12-minute speech. It explains everything what I wanted. It explains how I did it and how I retired and got the chance. Now I'm living this life, sharing with you my story. So let me get into a little brief that what I wanted from my life. What I wanted, I just wanted to help others and live my life. But before that, I needed to help myself. And for that, I needed only 3 things. I wanted to pay off my house. I wanted to put $100,000 for my each kid for their education when they are born, so that no problem for their education. And the third thing, I wanted my monthly expenses around $5,000 every month coming automatically without working. And that's what I did. That's very clear. 3 things. Pay off your house, children education, and your monthly expenses, and that's it. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, many of you might say, hey Rakesh, you're talking all these big things. How? It's not so easy, to pay off your house and, put down the funds for the education and manage your monthly expenses without working. Yes, I do agree with you, but believe me, chances are there, whoever is listening this video or watching this video, that you have never thought of to do that even. Forget about what you want. You have even not given thought that is it possible to retire in next 10 years or next 15 years. You have never thought of. You are living the life the others are living. Work till 65 and then you retire and do gardening and walking and going all this, the great places, and that is a life. That is a default life. But no, there are other options. There are other options. You can do it. So now, if I can request, just take paper, pad, and pen. And if you want, you can include your wife and sit down with your wife for 2 hours, for 1 hour, and just talk out each other. Hey, where the life is going, where we are coming from, where we are going. Do we have any other options to bring some more money in? Or maybe you don't require to earn any more money. You know how many people, how much wealth they have? I know people here in Canada, they have 10, 20 houses, they are rented, many paid off, but they are living in the crisis. They cannot sleep without pills. Blood pressure medication, sleep medication, any more other medication. No, you don't need to have that. Only they have learned in life to bring more money. They don't know where the life is going. And so that is a little, the brief I said. Just sit down with the pen and paper and just see what you need. Life is not, ladies and gentlemen, for 2,000 years. Life is just like, I would say, in my terms, only 20 years. You have to live only 20 years. When I say you have to live only 20 years, don't get depressed. I'm going to explain what I mean. Till 30, you don't know what you're doing. Girlfriend, boyfriend, higher education, immigration, career change, this and that. And after 30, you start going into the business or into the work, your job place. So from 30 to 50, that is your most productive age, because after 50 you want to relax. Whatever the career and path and business you choose, you want to relax in that. Exceptions always there. People are making big jumps, career change at 60s and 70s, but those are exceptional cases. In general, we have just 20 years, 30 to 50. This is the time frame that you do whatever you want. And after that, you want to just create your, legacy. You want to enjoy your life. So ladies and gentlemen, you have just 20 years to live. These are your most active years, energy wise, health wise, creativity wise, productive wise, influence wise. You know what? Even if 75, you have $1 billion, who cares? People say, oh, this guy really worked hard till 70 and made this money. Nobody cares. But if a 25-year-old guy become a multi-millionaire or become a CEO or do big things, whole world want to know the story. Whole world want to know your achievement, how you did it, because people will get inspiration and motivation from you. So ladies and gentlemen, do early so that forget about others, even you will enjoy. And another mistake we make, after 40 or 45, we start living only for the kids. Okay, be ideal parents. Don't overkill yourself. These kids, they are smart. As they say, provide them the education. Don't just slog yourself. Don't kill yourself. They're just making money, because for the kids, when you are going to live your life, what you are doing this, that just overworking only for the kids, it means the kids are also learning the same thing and they will end up doing the same thing for their own kid. It means every generation is just born to suffer. No. Don't overburden yourself with your kids. Kids are smart. Just provide them good education. Warren Buffett, the richest guy on the planet one day, and he is donating 99% of his wealth to charities. He doesn't want to live. I know, most of, right now, the people who are watching, they can understand Hindi. I want to say, we all know that little saying in Hindi, Poot kaput kuka dhan sanchay, poot saput kuka dhan sanchay. So if you have given good education to your kids, you need not to leave any funds, any money for them. They will make it. But if you have not given a good education, no matter how millions you leave for them, first of all, they will not have any motivation to earn the money, because you are leaving millions. And chances are that they just spoil. They will be spoiled. So no, especially after 40, don't compromise with your lifestyle, my dear friends. Start living like a college life. Go and play badminton, go and swimming, go and play cricket, make one vacation every year. You will say again, Rakesh, what you're talking about? We are just earning one resource, we don't have that much money. No! Develop something. You have accumulated so much of knowledge, of wealth. Digitize your knowledge and experience to monetize and replace your salary. It's possible. Go and sit in the class, how to use the internet, how to do the business on the internet. Yes, 80 to 90% people on the internet, what they are selling and telling maybe is not true, but the 10 to 15% is true. So, and after 40 or 40, you at least know what is good and bad, what is right and wrong. At least throw yourself into that out of comfort zone, and you will see, ladies and gentlemen, you will see today. Just throw yourself out of your comfort zone. You know how many possibilities? Again, I will, repeat a few things which I mentioned. Sit down one day with pen and pad and ask yourself what you need. Early you ask, better for you, to avoid this middle age crisis. 40s and 50s, suddenly you're sitting, hey, I created so much, but I cannot even enjoy it because of my poor health, because all health I've given to working hard. No, you need not to work hard that much. Work smartly. Today, you are living in the age of internet and social media, where you need not to have a big businesses. You need only your laptop and one creative idea in mind, and you can replace your salary. Yeah, if you are living in India, how much you need to good life? Around 5 crore rupees. 1 crore for your house, 1 crore for other this, the bells and whistles, and put your 3 crore rupees in nice investment. You'll be getting allowed, 4 to 5 lakhs rupees every month, and live your life. But many of you say, no, Rakesh, 5 crore is nothing. Why is nothing? Because you want to live others' life, not yours life, because you want to have, this and that. I have many friends here in Canada, and they are buying houses and condominium, in India. For what? Oh, I want to have, for what? And then finally they will try to give that to take care, to their some other relatives to take care, and finally, they create the friction because, this, anyway. Let's not get into there. So the discussion was today, this middle age crisis, ladies and gentlemen, it can be avoided, and especially if you plan in your 30s. Suppose you're 30-year-old, so between 30 to 40, next 10 years, you plan to stick on one thing to fulfill your dream, and at 30 you should know what you want to do. Those three things at least: pay off your residence and put enough money for your children education, and find some ways that your monthly expenses will be taken care, and after that you do whatever you want and give next 10 years. So by 30 to 40, by 40 you have fulfilled those three things, and now you do whatever you want. But some people, they say, Rakesh, I'm now 40. Okay, so now you have more wisdom, more experience, make it 5 years, between 40 to 45, because you have already accumulated so much of wealth and knowledge to try to make next 5 years, and you can get that dream. Or next 10 years, even retiring financially at 50, it's not too late. Even if you are 50, even retiring gracefully at 60, also not too late, and so on, so on, so on. I'm really excited, and some time I feel, and you can ask, Rakesh, it's not so easy. So again, I said, I mentioned my website here. Go to my website, rakeshmishraonfire.com, and once you go there, in the right hand side there is a button, blue button, and it says that click for full speech. It's 12-minute speech. It's award-winning speech. Looks like a bragging, but yes, it took 25 years to realize that dream. I delivered my speech in Ottawa in front of 250 people, and I won the most heartfelt speaker award. And that is speech I mentioned that at 35, how I plan to retire next 10 years, and how it happens, and what I wanted, everything I explained. Not only that, you will see my life turning story, what happened to me in my life. And that night in that hospital, I decided to commit suicide. I will not go to details here. I don't have that much of time. I don't want to drag and brag so much. But yes, if you go to my website again, rakeshmishraonfire.com, that website, if you click in the blue button, for full speech, I explain everything, and you will see how I saved myself from committing suicide and how I plan my retirement. So it's Monday. It looks like a little going, a little very negativity side, but no, truth needs to be told. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, that's for today. And yeah, so just go to the website and take pen and paper. Probably take your wife, your spouse, and go to vacation, some hotel, some place, and stay one night, and just start writing down where life is coming from and where life is going. And you will come such a unknown, those revealings you have never thought of. One thing I can guarantee you, after you spend 1 or 2 hours, you and your spouse are alone. It's up to you, up to your comfort level. But the kind of the revealing you get, the kind of the plan you get, the kind of action you get, the kind of the dream you get, the kind of clarity you will get, ladies and gentlemen, you will thank me. So just sit down. That's what I do. The things which I'm telling you, I do weekly, 15 minutes, monthly, 1 hour, yearly, half a day. Just review yourself. So life is really simple. We make it complicated. So live your life. Be an ideal parents. Don't try to just overkill yourself, but because, you want to give everything for the children. I give my children, you give your children, but no, you have your own life too. Children will have their life. They will become your age and they have their kids, So don't think, someone said the best You know what is the best life? What is the best live life? They say regret free dying is the best lived life. So whatever you have done till today, that's fine, but don't do anything tomorrow onward where you will have regret. Okay, so just stretch yourself beyond yourself. Be bit real. Don't again and again, don't overkill yourself for your sake of your legacy and your children. No, enjoy your life and then you do for others, because our kids are so smart. They're living in this world, in this internet and social media world. You just provide them education. Believe me, they will make out. They will not be the same way materialistic the way we are, because we means like me, who born in in 70s and 80s or before, so those people, they have very different mindset. But now slowly people are turning away from this materialistic world, and they are becoming more and more or spiritual and practical. So with that, that's for today. Thanks once again for joining me. I would like to just give a shout to few people here. Lalit Gupta ji, it was such a nice meeting with you at your house here in Richmond Hill. You are such a humble guy, and so many businesses, and you're doing so well. You're a real inspiration. That's why I got motivated, and I called you, and we met at your home, had a nice coffee, and you have such a wonderful family. So Lalitji, thank you very much for inviting me. And Singh Saha, Deepak Srivastava, all the way from Pune, and Shapna, Poppy, everybody, Jiten, Lalit, Bhargav, Praveen, Santosh, Gopal ji, all the way from Bahrain, everybody, thank you very much. Please manage your this middle age. This is the best age. The last thing I would want to say, which I want to mention here, that between the age of 40 to 50, try to retire for 5 years. When I say retire, many of you are doing the job or business. Retire means take it easy. Why? Because all this blood pressure, sugar, many other diseases, and health problem happen between this age. Why? Because of this pressure cooker race. Why? As I mentioned, because most of the things, the challenges comes at that age. Your children are going to the university, you want to have your dream house and dream car, and you are losing your hair, you are not able to maintain the health, you are losing your sexual desire, and whole things, this become a little chaotic. So what happened if you take 5 year really easy, 40 to 45 or 45 to 50, any 5 year, either retire or take it easy, so which will make you relax. And then after 50, by this time, if you have really planned nicely, because you have given yourself 5 years between that 40 to 50, you'll have a lot of energy, and you are ready to challenge yourself again as like a young boy. So live like college boy is in your middle age. Just plan it. Again, last thing I will say, sit down with your spouse for 1 hour. If possible today, ladies and gentlemen, I really care for you. Why? Because this little boy from village, believe me, I have nothing. To tell you the story, I was in Allahabad. I was teaching a tuition to survive, but I was going, just on foot, basically walking, and I wanted a bicycle so that I can teach more tuition. And I was living in the railway colony, Lalit Nagar railway colony, and there was one Rai Sahab working for RPF, and I wanted to buy a bicycle from him, and he was asking 165 rupees, and I had, I think, 149 or 159, so he denied to give me. So when I bought my Mercedes SUV here like 5-6 years back, again, looks like bragging, but this truth, I cried. So my wife asked me, why are you crying? You should be happy. I said, no, you don't understand. There was a time just 25-30 years ago in Allahabad that because of 5-10 rupees less, I was not able to buy a bicycle. And today this SUV, which cost around 1 crore rupees in India, yes, I think here is around 85,000 in Canada, but with the taxes and all GST, PST, in India, I was checking, it's like 1 crore rupees a car. So I'm crying for that. There's anything possible if you just decide to stretch yourself beyond your comfort zone. So I'll be coming Monday to Friday, most around 10 to 11 o'clock. And yeah, so sometimes I get a little emotional and I start a little bragging, but no. It takes a lot of dare to share your private things, ladies and gentlemen. So you are my extended family. As I always say, that I want to share my story, because the reason behind it, of course, I want to become, yeah, of course, I want to become famous. Who doesn't want? No. Main thing is there with these stories, sometime, you connect that, hey, Rakesh is among one of us. And if he has done it, he's also telling how he did it. So maybe I can also try. So again, the last thing I'm going to tell you, sit down with your spouse, take literally pad and paper and ask each other. First, you ask 5 questions from her. Hey, do you think that's something I should do differently? And vice versa. And with the mutual understanding, try to reach certain decision and try to decide something, take some rest. Because if you are in your 20s, oh, if you are not taking risk, that is the biggest risk you are doing with your age. Even if you're in 30s, if you're not taking risk, taking challenges, going beyond your comfort zone, literally you are doing not justice to yourself. You will be killing your productivity. Take a risk. Even in 40s. So as you grow older, take calculated risk, but take risk. Take a risk, and then those taking risks will take so many risks, so that risk taking become your hobby. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you are going to sit down tonight, tomorrow, at least next 48 hours, and sit down with your spouse and write it down, that how you can do things differently. And definitely, because you have not done yet in the past, chances are very, very high, and do it, and you will get some revealing about your life. Again, enough, but only the kid side. I see many people, many parents, they do so much for the kids. Is good, but believe me, in the process you forget about yourself. No, you need to care about yourself. You will regret. There many are regretting that. Okay, take care about your kid, but in controlled way, because you also need to enjoy your life. Okay, so with that, as I say, thank you very much joining me, and I salute to you, and I will see you every day, Monday to Friday, 10 to 15 minutes. If you guys are keep coming, I will have motivation and energy. So keep commenting. I will love to hear, I will love to, read those comments that, hey, Rakesh, I sit down with my spouse today, and this is one thing I found out. If you want to, it's your private thing. It's up to you if you want to share. And, this is my global friends. So the next tomorrow topic is how to find certified friends, or what kind of friends you need to have in your circle and how to get them, how I did it. Everything I'll be sharing, unless I have done in my life, I will not share with you, because I have done it and I got success. That's why I'm sharing with you guys. Okay. So go and check out rakeshmisraonfire.com. In the right hand side, that blue button which says click for full speech, just click that, and 12-minute award-winning speech. Just listen that speech where I have explained how I plan to retire and how I stop my own suicide inside the hospital room. So check it out. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.